This week.
The land of opportunities. The committee assures you that the Majorsk security zone is under total control.
After a few smaller titles released last week, this week's release of Into the Radius marks the beginning of PlayStation VR2's best season yet. Coming to us from original developer CM Games, port studio VR Monkey, and publisher Fast Travel Games, Into the Radius is a single-player extraction shooter with a horror slant. The 20-plus hour campaign packs in a ton of realistic weapons, exploration, and of course intense combat. The PSVR2 version is set to be the best version of this game yet, with a stunning 120 frames reprojected mode or performance mode that locks the frame rate in at a native 90.
At all times and avoid suspicious encounters. Venture into the radius. Explore the unknown. Become a hero. The land of opportunities. You're trapped in forever.
What initially seemed like a throwaway, outdated shooter from 2016, dead second quickly got me peering around walls and crouching behind cover and enjoying the frenetic arcade action. It's a budget game that dropped out of nowhere on the PlayStation Store last week, which usually isn't a good sign. Thankfully, this one's a lot of fun.
Some events change the world forever. Even the grandest incidents are just a series of moments.
The best thing I can say about Chernobyl Again is that it has a lot of promise. The puzzles and story are decent, the developers tried to make every interaction as VRAF as possible, and the environments look pretty good overall. Sadly, the PSVR2 version didn't get the love it needed, and it launched with horrible frame rates, clumsy item interactions, and even a game-breaking bug pretty early on. Stay away from it for now, and I'll let you know if it gets any substantial updates moving forward.
Deconstruct. I will fix reality piece by piece. Put everything where it belongs.
Now you really pissed me off! Hello there, I'm Anton Mamai. So,
Carbon Studios dropped Crimen, Mercenary Tales on the PlayStation Store last week with pretty much zero notice. It contains 8 short episodes that last about 3 to 4 hours total. It reviewed pretty favorably on Steam, where it retails for $15, and is currently on sale for just $5, but for whatever reason, it's launching on PSVR2 at almost $30. So if you're interested, you might want to wait for a sale.
What, you want a story, you landlubber? Fine, I've got a minute or two.
come on, friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new Horde mode.
People Can Fly and Incuvo unveiled the official Horde mode trailer for the brutal sci-fi first-person shooter Bulletstorm VR. Horde mode throws players into 3 new and bespoke murder domes to face increasingly difficult waves of enemies in a bid to survive and top the leaderboards.
Look at all these cars. Looks like they're all running from Horde.
This week, developer Vertigo Games drops a new gameplay trailer of Arizona Sunshine Remake, featuring some very familiar locations. It all looks good though, and barring any unforeseen issues, it should be a blast to run through this one again, especially in 2-player co-op. It's up for pre-order now with a 10% discount for Plus members. Don't hate me for saying this, but the pre-order I'm even more excited about is for the PSVR2 version of Max Mustard, coming to us in the first week of October. The PSVR2 enhancements are through the roof with improved lighting, resolution, frame rates, and haptics, and with everyone wishing that Astrobot had a VR mode, Max Mustard couldn't have come along at a better time. Paranormal activity is on the rise, and it's up to you and your team to use all the ghost hunting equipment at your disposal in order to gather as much evidence as you can. After what seems like an eternity since first being announced, the PSVR2 version of single or co-op ghost hunting sim, yeah I said it, ghost hunting sim, Phasmophobia, according to the developers at least, be up for pre-order soon, prior to its October release.
Escape the dreams of falling.
Explore an imaginative world of floating dreamscapes with an all-new control method providing direct control of each of your human's arms. Human Fall Flat VR features an intuitive third-person view designed especially for VR headsets. Each controller you wield controls the respective arm of your human avatar, adding an unprecedented level of physicality. Human Fall Flat VR includes all the levels from the game's original release, along with a wide selection of extra dreams created by some of the most talented community members. Human Fall Flat's always been more fun with friends, and that's just as true with the standalone VR edition. Pick a party of up to 4 humans and work together to carefully navigate each level's perilous traps. Last week we told you about an upcoming liminal space adventure called Pools in development for PlayStation VR2, and this week we have footage of the VR version. There's really not much to say other than that you have 2 hands in the game for climbing, and the visual fidelity is here with all the reflections in place. Expect this one to hit Steam first, then PSVR2 later. We all knew that the PlayStation 5 Pro was a thing. It was one of the worst kept industry secrets of recent memory. And although people are torn on whether it'll actually be worth the $700 sticker price, it should allow for substantial improvements of our PSVR2 game library, with the developers of Cube VR already coming out and say their game will look even better on the Pro.
Because you don't respect me. You push me, and you push me.
I'm not a Rick and Morty guy. Sorry, my brain just doesn't really connect with the humor. Which means that when Trover Saves the Universe was announced, I couldn't have cared less, and even let AJ stream it on without Parole for me. But what I didn't expect was how much I was going to love the platforming, the exploration and collectathon aspects, the progression system, and most surprisingly, the jokes. With everyone wanting some third-person platforming in VR recently, now is a better time than ever to revitalize this PSVR1 classic.
All right, and that's how we do it. Let's go.
Every week, our good friend Professor Lilith organizes a multiplayer meetup over on our Discord. It happens every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and this week we'll be playing 8-player flight sim Ultrawings 2, currently on sale for just $15 or $13 with Plus. If you can't make this week's meetup, don't worry, it happens every Sunday at the same time. So, make sure you click the link in the description below. Come join our Discord.